one mistake I think you can learn from is the idea that he had to kind of go up on that stage in his 50s, and it just didn't seem the same. It seemed like he was a little tired, and those moves were really hard to do mechanically. And if you see what there's a difference between dancing like crazy when you are 22 versus dancing like crazy when you're 52. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at Bobby Brown. Bobby, poor guy, he ain't take. I don't think he's taking care of his body. Bobby Brown now looks nothing like the Bobby Brown in 1990. Anybody remember Bobby in 1990? He was right there with MC Hammer. They had the most energy of any dancers I'd ever seen. I didn't know how they. I was 20 years old. Like, man, how do they have that much energy? Now Bobby just looks like this tired, fat old man. It's kind of sad, like they're like, go Bobby, go Bobby. And he's like moving with his cane. And it's just kind of like, oh man, come on, that ain't Bobby Brown. You better stop that. That's gonna make me vomit. So anyway, but I'm happy for him. I'm very happy for New Edition. Actually, I think one of the members of New Edition was in this class actually. So I want to be respectful because I admire them so much. I think they're such a great example of how much wealth you can build when you can overcome your differences and work with people. New Edition has so many gaps in their friendships through the years, times where guys got mad at each other, went solo, whatever, and they came back together. And I just thought that was a remarkable example of a group of black men just figuring out like, hey, we are better together. And I wish every black family understood that we are typically better together. And how I feel about you or what I want selfishly isn't always the top priority. We have a world where everybody tells us that what you want is what matters and you should have what you need. And that's all that matters. And you don't think about nobody else, right? And so you're thinking about yourself, and next thing you know, you don't abandon the wife and the kids because you want to go live your best life, or your husband and the children are off, struggling because you feel like you deserve to go recapture your youth and all that. And I get it. I understand life is complicated, but sometimes it has to be. It takes me to mathematics. In math, they have what you call single variable problems, and then they have what you call multivariable problems. A multivariable problem is where you think about solving a problem and you factor in everything. You don't just factor in how you feel or what you want and what you need. And this is what I'm gonna get. That'll break down any negotiation, any business negotiation when you lack empathy, or really, let's speak specifically economic empathy, let's say. If I negotiate with you and I have no empathy for your position, I have no understanding of why you're there, what you're going to get from the deal, or what all I'm thinking about is what I'm bringing to the table and what I got and what I'm going to do and what I need and me, my, I. Those terrible, it sounds like a song, right? Me, my, I, right? If you start talking like that, then you're never going to be good at negotiating with anybody. You'll never be able to make a deal with anyone because you're going in with a type of arrogance and a type of almost like a narcissism that is going to make you incapable of really truly functioning as part of an ecosystem. Do you understand what I'm saying?